Hello everybody, Alexis Cabrera here. So today I want to recreate make noise mats in VCV rack. Yeah, let's do it now. So I have an empty rack. The first thing that we need to check is what are the functions in mats. So basically we have a 4-channel mixer because then we have these outputs that we can sum them in different ways. We're gonna see that. And also this is an attenuator. We have 4 channels to attenuate or to invert the signal. And we have also 2 channels for slew. We are going to see it also, how to use it. And the last function, you know already, is a dual envelope. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing I will need is going to be this sort of mixer, attenuator, everything in one. So I need to break it down. I need to use a couple of modules. But I believe that what we can do is looking for it now a VCA, a quad VCA. For example, this one from Audible Instruments. And with this one, the good thing is that we are going to have, again, like these attenuators from here, plus we are going to have, of course, our inputs. We have here the inputs number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are the 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the dedicated output. So we have the output 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we have it here 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is the first thing, and then now I'm gonna need a sum, so then I can mix all these signals. So that's why I'm gonna use sum from ML. This one, I could find only this one with 8 inputs, but anyways, it's gonna do the job anyways. So I'm gonna use only green cables for this output, like this. So then it's much easier to follow, like that. So we have already our sum. And then this sum output will be this sum output that we sum all the signals that we get into these inputs. So I'm going to start also labeling what we have in here. For example, this one is the sum out, like this, and I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna put it like this, so then it's much easier to understand. So, and in this case, with this one, now, for example, I can use it like this for attenuators, like this, and like that. Perfect, so then we have it already like that. So now let's keep going with the mixing part. So now we are going to have also the OR output. So to do the OR output, I'm going to use Boolean from count modular. We have this one. Oh yeah, nice. This one like this. So again, going to duplicate this one, going to duplicate that one. Okay, like this, and then this is the OR output, and then again also this one, green, green, and green, like this. Excellent. So now we have the output that is OR, is the mix, and this is the sum output. Perfect. Now we are going to need the inverted signal again from count modular. And then we have this one. The thing with this one is that we have individual outputs, so we are going to need to sum it also, all these outputs. So that's why 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the inputs 2, 3, and 4. Okay, amazing. And now this one is gonna be inverted signal, invert output, and then this one I'm also gonna duplicate it so I can put it like this, nice and clean, like that. Like that. Perfect. Excellent. So now we have already the mixing part. We already have it solved. Also, we have these outputs that we have them from each output in this VCA. Now, what else? We are going to need now the part of the slew. The slew, it's activated when we plug something in the input number 1, not the trigger, the input number 1 and the input number 4. So that's why we are going to need this one and this one. So let's find now slew from Befaco, like this. So then I can just, now so far I can leave it like that in there, and then I will need this input and this one again. I'm gonna duplicate it, I'm gonna put it there, and then this input. You know what, this one I'm gonna use blue because it's slew. Like this. Excellent. Then what I need now is the envelope, the rise and fall envelope. So I'm gonna use one AV from Nishti or Nisty or New York City. I don't know how you want to call it. And I'm gonna use this one, AD. And this one is really, really nice because we have the attack and decay simulating the rise and fall, and we have also the option to modulate the rise and fall, so that's why we can also modulate attack and decay. We can also change the way from linear to exponential. In this case, they call it log and exponential, but it's the same. And then we can trigger it, in this case, like manually. We don't have that option in here. We can cycle it in maths, and we can loop it in here. So it's the same. So we need the trigger input will be here, this one, and then the output is this one over here. So this is the output right here from the envelope. So, okay, cool. So now I'm gonna also label this one. These ones are gonna be rise, fall, cycle, and end of cycle. This is the output that we have in here, EOC, the end of cycle. Then we have the end of rise. I couldn't find any module having this option, so far I can't make it. So I'm gonna have two end of cycles. This is what I can do. This one is gonna be the number one, rise and fall. I'm gonna duplicate it so I can put it like this, I believe. Yeah, like this is gonna be nice. And then I'm gonna duplicate this one. This one is gonna be the number two, and also the AD. I will duplicate it like that, and then this one like this. So I will leave 1 HP in between, so there is some difference. So this is pretty much it, I think, because we have all the inputs are the trigger inputs are these ones and this one, and then we have all the individual inputs for the mixer, that we have the sum, OR, and inverted, like that, like this. So I believe that this is math. Now let's look for some examples. So I have here a sequencer running, and then I was saying that we have the option of having slew. No? So this is what I'm gonna do. I have this sequence. Pretty easy. So let's use on the number 2, we are gonna use the attack and decay, the rise and fall. Super nice. So I'm gonna use this one to control my VCA, and then the gate from the sequencer, I'm gonna run this one like that. Like this, so then I can control it. And I'm gonna show you in the scope how this looks like. So something like this. Yeah, and see the difference from linear. So that's why I will use, if I want to get something more percussive or more snappy. Yeah, see, it's really snappy. I will use an exponential, and then if I want to use it for a synth line or for a bass line, I will use something in between. So everything what I'm doing here, you can do it from rise, fall, and the log and exp knobs. Like that. Like this. Now let's use the slew option. So the slew option, I will need to plug it into the input number 1. And what can I plug in there? Okay, so I'm gonna plug the pitch information. So I plug it there, like this. And then this output, I come back and I start like that. Now I have the full signal. And now I'm gonna use now this scope, so then you can also see what's gonna happen. Like this. So you see that all the nodes are like square waveforms, no? Because we have one node and then we maintain it until we get a new node, and like this. So let's see what happens. Now the position, this one I'm gonna put it more like this. Look what happens when I start raising the attack. We have these slides. Sorry, I'm putting two outputs the same. What I need is this one. Like that. There you can see the difference, no? And then this happens when you get a higher node. You see, when you get a higher node, then you create this slide. But when it goes down, you don't get the slide. But you can have it like this. Now I can have it only in the fall. And all what I'm doing here, you can totally do it with these two knobs. So, and then this log and exponential, we can simulate it manipulating this knob. Like this is more exponential. And the good thing is that we can actually manipulate all these parameters the same as in here. Like this. Amazing. Okay, cool. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna clean the whole patch like this. So then we have it clean, and then we have it like this. So this is math in VCV Rack. It's amazing. You need to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 modules just to get one. It's incredible. So thank you so much for watching. You can also download this patch. I will leave the link in the description. If you have any suggestion, please let me know. And consider becoming a Patreon member where you can get exclusive sample packs, videos, exclusive tutorials. I'm constantly making patches for VCV Rack. Also, I record the videos so you can have the walking through video. So you can have new things every month. Thank you so much. Goodbye.